Hello, welcome to ComSpark. Today we are here in Columbus, Ohio. My name is Bill Fuller, and I am on the Executive Host Committee for ComSpark, and I will be your guest host today. Today we're honored to have Chris Berk here from Covetrus. And Chris, thank you very much for coming in.
Absolutely, appreciate the opportunity.
We really appreciate you coming in to share some information on technology and business. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Covetrus?
Sure, Covetrus is an animal health company. We serve veterinarians actually throughout the world. We're the combination of two companies coming together early this year, so we're still very new, although we have very experienced businesses that have been serving the vet community for decades. And basically we help veterinarians deliver better outcomes to their pet owners, and more specifically those pets across the world.
And at Covetrus, you bring technology and those types of services to that community, and factors right into your core strength. Mm-hmm. Chris, if someone were to research your background, accomplished CIO, passion for what you do, we're in a world today that is so disruptive in technology, moving faster than it's ever moved in my lifetime, yours. And it's hard for CIOs, IT directors, and professionals to stay up with all the trends and what's happening with emerging technologies in the industry.
Right.
So with that said, how do you go about delivering technology solutions and innovation with organizational changes as well as industry changes that are taking place as fast as they are?
Yeah, that's a great question. And you know, it's very easy to get overwhelmed or even enamored with all the technology opportunities that are out there. I like to say that my job is a game in prioritization. You know, it's critical that I'm focusing myself, my own time, as well as my team's time on things that are going to deliver most for our business and ultimately for our customers. So for me, there's a couple key components to that. One is I have to be extremely aligned with my internal business partners. I need to understand their strategies and how I can help them deliver on those strategies and ultimately a competitive advantage. I also have to make sure that my teams within technology are bringing the right skill sets and solutions so that they can help with those strategies and help drive them. And you know, what we really look for in the innovation space is where can we make jumps? Where can we make leaps? So if we're doing it one way today, is there a way that we can skip a couple steps and put us in front of our competition? Do something that helps delight our customers. That's multiple steps beyond where we are today. But you really have to be diligent in where you place those bets. Again, if you get too enamored with the entire landscape of technology, it's easy to try to do too many things, and then you're not going to be successful at anything.
Yeah, it's in today's age, it's business processes and operations, and technology has to almost be invisible behind that. You have to figure out a way to meet those needs of the business units. Given all the changes taking place, this may be a tough question, and maybe an unfair question to ask, but it's hard to keep a playbook going. The CIO's playbook is not a playbook anymore. It's day to day, and you're dealing with, you can have strategy and all, but with the change that's taking place, would you be able to give us an idea of your thoughts on where your organization might be 3 years from now, with change, without change, and maybe fill in those blanks for us?
Right, great question. So, you know, first of all, there's the basic blocking and tackling of a new organization coming together, and there's a lot of focus on just getting people able to communicate with each other and some of those basic services, getting those integrated. With that said, a big priority is obviously how do we impact our customers in a positive way, bring a unified voice, bring a unified set of products and services, so there's not confusion in the market or confusion with our customers on what their touch points are, who they get a hold of to buy products or get additional services. So from a technology perspective, that's really about a big focus on integration. That's integration in terms of systems, that's integration in some cases in terms of data, so we can have that unified view, both for our customers as well as our partners back upstream. And it's also the consolidation and hopefully simplification of our systems. We have multiple business units with different systems serving the same need. How do we begin to consolidate that, not just for efficiency, but just for making sure that our employees have the best tools possible to bring to bear on their jobs day to day. So it's a big challenge, but at the same time, we've made great progress thus far. We have a lot of momentum, and as long as we kind of stick back with extreme prioritization, we'll be successful in moving through that.
And that's an interesting thing you say when you're talking about the employees versus the customer. You hear customer experience. Now we're hearing employee experience. You've got to have technology, applications. You got to have things cruising in layer 7. All these things going on at one time. You've got human resource, all the different departments that want you to build their apps and all.
Absolutely.
So it's interesting though to think of that from a customer and employee experience. And you're the team that has to deliver.
We are, and I like to say that regardless of the initiative, there's going to be some sort of technology involvement. That gets back to my first point of we need to be aligned with the business, because we will have competing priorities from different departments that I have to work with the rest of the leadership team to make sure that even across departments we're prioritizing appropriately, so that we can ensure that we're delivering on the right strategies at the right time.
Yeah, that's outstanding. Thank you very much for sharing that insight, and we appreciate it. For the tech community here to hear you and what you do and what you're looking at is very important. And with that said, I know you're a pay forward type of a person, and based on all of these experiences that you've had throughout your career and recently as well, let me ask you, what advice would you give to the up and coming CIOs or IT executives or professionals that are getting ready to step into that role and may face similar challenges that you have over the course of the last several years and today?
Yeah, as you said early on, the speed of technology, the speed of the change, the speed of the innovation means that we're constantly challenged with understanding what's next, what's new, what should we be incorporated into our business. And sometimes we get enamored with that side of the job, right? It's machine learning, it's containers, it's whatever's the newest, the latest, and the greatest, all of which we need to understand and at least be able to evaluate how that would be applied to our business. But what I would tell leaders stepping into the CIO role, that's only one part of the job. That's only one part of what you're going to need to be able to deliver for the business. And really, the other parts of that are the focus on the people side and the focus on the process side. At the end of the day, to best leverage the technology and deliver the value that it can bring to our business, that means individuals have to come in and use that technology to do their jobs a little bit different, or maybe a lot different, right, that next day. And so, understanding that process change and the people change, kind of the change management side of any of those technology initiatives, is just as critical as the technology itself. And so, I think you'll hear, most of the IT leaders, they understand the concept of change management. That's a fairly common concept and methodology out in the business world today. But whether they've actually incorporated that into their organization so that they've paired that with any major initiative that's going out to their business, impacting employees, impacting customers, that's really, to me, the real question. And I think where there's more opportunity in the technology leadership space. The kind of the argument that I make when I might get a little pushback on change management being a funded component of either the department or a specific project is, if you look at the ROI on any particular technology implementation, calculate in your mind what percent of that ROI is enabled by somebody doing their job differently. Usually it's close to 100%. So you're putting that 100% of your ROI at risk if you don't have a focus on that change piece. So again, getting back to your original question, what I like to tell new leaders in technology is, there's the triangle, the people, process, technology triangle. We like to live in the technology part of that triangle. That's the fun space, that's the new space, that's the changing space. But it's the people and process sides that will ultimately help you be successful in delivering the technology. And so, as leaders, you have to spend your time and your influence in those areas as well.
Well, that's great insight. We appreciate you sharing it with us. Chris, thank you. We really appreciate you taking time today, coming in, sharing insight with us. Means a lot, and we appreciate your time and graciousness to come in.
Sure. So thanks for having me.
Thanks so much. I'd like to say thank you for watching ComSpark, and if you would like to gain some additional information, please visit comspark.tech. And you'll be able to find information on events that are coming forward in the future, especially the one here in Columbus, Ohio, that'll be scheduled for November the 12th. So thanks for watching and have a great day.